Show you our healthcare verticals, clinical scribe to how all the way to after visit summary, right? So I've explained in my earlier video how our clinical scribe workflow works. So I'm showing you one more time, but this time so I'm not gonna record the conversations as a patient doctors, which was already recorded. And when we run, after this gets recorded and we run the clinical scribe, right? There's a bunch of agentic workflow that runs, like a clinical conversation transcription agent, which is already ran, right? Then intake agents, SOAP note draft, patient friendly summary that it creates, visit follow up checklist, after visit summaries, right? So what we have added here is the after visit summary and the clinical Skype governance agents. What it happens is now, okay, we run the doctor, we record the doctor and patient conversation. Now, after recording that, we need to also ensure that there is not a lot of manual work that will gonna go with the clinician or their admins, right? So in order to do that, what we have put as a part of our agentic workflow, based on the conversation transcript, it extract the right informations, right? So when it extract the right informations, there is a something we put together called a healthcare review workbench, right? So here basically the whatever the transcript that we stored, that would gonna start get reviewed, right? So of course it would be reviewed by the doctors, right? So and all of these things, you see here we put an opportunity for doctor to for modify, right? And same as that, as a part of our entire agentic workflow, what we put together is a patient encounter context. If anything is wrong, clinician or their assistants can basically modify. SOAP note draft, I explained earlier what it is. SOP is subjective, objective assessment and plan. So all the subjective, objective assessment and plan, those note draft, what are the different subjective stuff was discussed. I'm not gonna go one more time because I already explained in my earlier video. You can check out my earlier video that would gonna explain what is but important piece is that if anything is not right, it can be deleted, right? There's a remove buttons, or it can be edited as well. So the clinician or the admin can basically edit here, right? Then the next pieces is that subjective, objective assessment and plan. Then it see that there is a patient friendly summary that gets created, right? So the patient, after the patient friendly summaries, right? So there is a care team recommendations. After the care team recommendations, you're gonna see the patient defined question that it comes. Now all of these things can be reviewed, right? So once it gets reviewed, what I've seen that it's accurately captured the informations, right? So but still, again, it's a scribe. If the voice is not been properly recognized or is not very clear by the patient or the doctor, sometimes there can be a mistake. So that's why these editable options are here, right? So as a part of the workflow, there is something called the after visit summary that it comes, right? So which creates automatically the after visit summary, what is the visit reason, clinician impressions on that, right? And also with few other items that is needed, right? Which is, say, what was discussed, right? Then medication instructions, right? If there is any tests and orders that was discussed, referrals, all of these things, right, can be edited as well. So that something is being discussed and later on clinician of find out that doctor find out that that need to be changed, they can edit here. That can go as a part of the after visit summary, the referrals, all of these things, right? So follow up checklist and everything there. So what it means is, so the follow-up checklist, follow-up actions, everything comes as a part of the after visit summary. There is a button over here that's when if I create a generate AVS PDF, what it does is when I click this, it basically generates a after visit summary. Now let's take a look what how does this look like. You see there is after visit summary here. So if I click this source, you see the fantastic after visit summary that gets created, right? Say nice presented PDF, right? Where the patient, who is the patient related details, encounter related details, what was discussed as a summary, visit reason, clinician impression today, what was discussed, right? Then medication instruction, tests and orders, referrals, follow-up plan, warning signs, preventive care reminders, facility coordination. So what happens is that as a part of this process, it creates after visit summary, right? So it means that you do not need to go to the provider or their practice does not need to go too many different places. From one place itself, the agentic workflow will create a after visit summary. Because the after visit summary is present now what the beautiful stuff is, right? Even it can they can do a conversations on top of that. Let me show you why am I saying, because I already ask a questions from this after visit summary and the visits, and you can see that based on that, that's I asked that show me what is captured as a part of the after visit summary, right? It rightly captures as a part of the conversations chat also that's increased. Now this can be seen by anybody, patient, doctors, then admins, or anybody can see these things. Behind the scene, what's happening. So once after visit summary gets created, it gets stored into the Google Cloud Storage. Then there is a chunking and embedding as a part of our normal flows that the doc intel has. It basically does the vector embedding. Then there's a similarity search that's running in the behind. So that is basically getting all this hybrid as a part of the hybrid retrieval. It is getting this information, right? So it means you can it's using as a part of a conversational frameworks after visit summary and also the transcript both together, right? So you see that's what are the plan, other information. Then I ask what follow-up actions are discussed. Then it basically rightly capture the information that is related to the follow-ups, right? So now look at that. The way it is coming is this information is a part of the hybrid retrieval semantic plus the keyword search, right? So as a part of a doc intel, as a part of the conversational framework, this comes on top of that. There is a agentic AI, right? That agentic AI basically helps getting the right informations and by running the workflows, right? So this is so powerful. Just the one that we wanted to explain here is it's not only the patient doctor conversations records, right? And help the patient to understand, even the entire clinician's practice, they can get they can get an help and can reduce their documentation burden by using a single system of truth and generate the after visit summary so that everything can happen in a very short time. Thank you.